Did Juan, Dixon, and Robyn finally tie the knot? And will we be seeing it on this season of Real Housewives of Potomac? Let's talk about it. Well, all I have to say is welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video, please subscribe, hit like, and hit the notification bell because it does wonders for the algorithm. And as I've said, I'm still growing my channel. So all the likes, all the engagement, comments, all of that is very much appreciated. But what I want to talk about today is people confirmed that Robyn and Juan are in fact married. That's right, they did get married. Now, I'm not sure if they actually got married um in Jamaica, like how they were discussing on the show about maybe just getting married the day after. I forget if it was a cousin's wedding or somebody's family member was getting married and they were going to kind of ride the coattails of that, which I'm never a fan of. Like, I'm all for like doing a destination wedding and keeping it simple, but I feel like when you do it, like if you like tag on your own wedding behind someone else's destination wedding, that to me is very tacky. But nonetheless, it seems that they did get married. Now, I'm still doing some research. I do live in the state of Maryland, so I'm putting out my feelers to some of my people out there to see if we can get a hold of a marriage certificate to see if it's actually valid. I'm not being shady. I'm just trying to make sure because, maybe they had a ceremony, but I don't know if they actually legally signed a marriage certificate. So that part remains to be confirmed. But as soon as I get my hands on it and can confirm it, I will absolutely do that. I will. But it's really interesting because I watched last night's episode and, it's clear that there's something going on between Robyn and Dixon, Robyn and Juan Dixon. And I don't think it has anything to do with like an infidelity. I think it has a lot to do with this lawsuit that has been creeping up in the last few months regarding Juan and the university and the horrid allegations that have been made. So I'm not sure a lot of people are saying maybe this is just a deflection from that, but I feel like they did this for other reasons. Like, I don't know. This is why I'm questioning if they're gonna like legally sign the marriage certificate, because I feel like there's just a lot of stuff that they're trying to keep under wraps. Maybe it's this lawsuit, maybe it's his affiliation with the university. They don't want that to become a storyline. And it was also clear that Juan doesn't really care to have any of his business put out on the show. So when Karen tells Ashley, you know, that, he's got a woman that he hangs out with in Georgetown that looks like me, which, by the way, the sketch of the woman that Karen said looked like her is really just a sketch of Karen, and I was dying the entire time. So bravo to the Real Housewives of Potomac editors because you guys are killing it with these like shady edits. Nonetheless, when Robyn called Juan to let him know what was being said, you could tell that it was like a very like he had it. He'd had it. And some people will say where there's smoke, there's fire. I honestly don't think that there's an infidelity. And if there is another woman, Robyn absolutely knows about it. And it's an understanding, maybe. Who knows? But what I will say is that we will get to see this wedding on the upcoming finale of Real Housewives of Potomac. But this was not filmed for the show. Okay. This was not filmed for the show. None of the ladies from the cast were in attendance for this wedding. So it looks like we're just going to get some home footage of what was taken while, their wedding ceremony took place. Now, I have a couple theories about why we're getting home footage and not it being on the show. I think they strategically pushed this off because they did not want cameras involved for some reason. Now, I I get that you don't want to share every aspect of your life, but if you are going to get engaged on camera, then you should absolutely follow suit with a wedding on camera. So that was odd to me. Like, why wouldn't you want Bravo to kind of pitch in for this wedding? But I guess maybe they wanted just a private ceremony. But here's the kicker. We've seen this happen before when like Kenya ran off and got married, right? They did not like that. And because of that, they almost kind of cut her until she was off the show and they kind of put her on like a timeout and then she came back. The point is if Robyn was going to do this and think that she was going to wait for the show to finish, like wrap filming, and then do this and think that they weren't going to come to her and be like, what's going on? Why would you do this when we're like, why didn't you do this last season? Or why aren't you waiting until the next coming season to do this sort of thing so we could document it? It kind of kills her storyline, which she dragged out already. So it would have been nice to have a finale where we're putting this whole wedding between them to bed, right? I feel the producers kind of strong-armed Robyn and said, no, you need to give us as much footage of that wedding as you can. We are going to make it work. Like, we're going to have to like squeeze this in somehow. So I feel like they're going to kind of give us one of those, like when they do the updates, they're going to say that she had a wedding to Juan finally, and then they're going to splice in the wedding footage that was taken not by the show or the producers, but by people or guests of the actual wedding. So that'll be interesting. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's a legal thing, and I am working on trying to figure it out. If I see a marriage certificate and it's signed and they're legally married, then fine, we'll put it to bed. But you still have that lawsuit situation going on with the university and those allegations. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Maybe it'll be season 8 storyline, because I definitely don't think they're not going to bring it up. But I want to know what you guys think of all this. Are you guys happy for Robyn and Juan that they finally got married? Do you think it's a bit shady that they did it when cameras were not rolling? Are you excited to see their wedding home footage on the finale? Let me know down below. And until the next time, guys, I will talk to you on the next video. Bye.